if I say the words Chinese game console, you may think of something like a Nintendo V or a GS5. Maybe you'll even combine the two and you end up with a Nintendo Polystation. Generally just cheap stuff that parents will buy their kids, either because they don't know any better or to shut them up for a while. But what if I told you that this Chinese console isn't cheap? This Game Boy lookalike costs anywhere from $105 to $140, depending on the model that you're getting and where you're buying it from. It also has a pretty nice screen, a decent build quality, and it comes packed with a bunch of emulators and ROMs for almost every system, from NES until the Dreamcast and PSP. Now granted, this idea isn't unique. These kinds of emulator systems have existed for a while now, but this one really intrigued me because it actually looks pretty decent. And it's because of this intrigue that I decided to pick one up, and I thought, hey, it could be pretty fun to review for this channel. Curious? Well, I am too. So without further ado, let's hop into this unboxing plus review and see if this thing can live up to its price tag. Also, just a quick disclaimer, I am not Gamers Nexus, I am not MKBHD, I'm not Hardware Unboxed. This is not going to be a in-depth tech review. This is just a simple kind of impressions and it's just for fun. So don't take it too seriously, alright? Enjoy everyone. It's always your birthday when you get a package from China. So we got this thing going on here. I got the 64 gig version. I don't know what versions there are. I think there's a 128 gig version and a bunch of others. I wouldn't recommend getting a huge one. I'd recommend getting one of these smaller ones because we'll talk about that in a bit. Here we can see a bunch of stuff like the systems that it emulates, allegedly lasting 6 hours. I'm sure that's going to depend on what you're actually doing, but you know, we'll take them. We'll take their word for it. Made in China, of course. Comes with the console, a charging cable, and a manual. So, without further ado, let's open this thing. First impressions on holding this, pretty solid, pretty decent. The build quality, it doesn't feel like cheap Chinese garbage. Like, this feels like it was made with actual materials, right? There should be a USB-C cable here. Yeah, there we go. This is so you can charge it. This is so you can charge it. It comes also with a screen protector kit, which I think is cool. I don't know how many devices do this, but right here, it comes with this film and it's a screen protector. And just, that's cool. That's cool. That's cool. It also comes with wipes. I think that's so you can, I think that has to do with like applying the screen protector and stuff like that. I'm not gonna do that in this video because who wants to watch me putting on a screen protector? But yeah, I think it's pretty cool that it comes with it. And I find it interesting that the box doesn't tell you that it comes with a screen protector kit. I mean, I feel like this is a nice thing to mention, you know? But no, they gotta mention the Type-C cable, which is like, who doesn't have like at least 15 Type-C cables in your house at all times? But you know, whatever. It also comes with a toilet paper manual. There's a bunch of information here. I mean, I don't really read this kind of crap, but I mean, yeah, thank you. Thank you for having an English option at least. A lot of these things, they don't have English options. They just give you the Chinese thing. A lot of the cheaper ones at least. I'm pretty satisfied unboxing it. I felt like I purchased something of worth. But now, let's take a look at the main suspect. That doesn't make sense. Let's take a look at the subject in question. So first impressions, like I said, pretty decent build quality. So we've got these joysticks. They're not horrible. They are like, can you see? Yes, you can. They don't really protrude out very much. They're just like sort of inside it a little bit, like sort of, I don't know the word. There's like a little depression in the console where the sticks are housed, and they're not bad. They do click down. So for you're playing, you know, PS1 games and stuff like that, you can click down. I mean, maybe I'm just so weak and emaciated that I can't move a joystick around, but yeah. D-pad, very nice. I'm super picky when it comes to D-pads. Like, if a console has a crappy D-pad, really, I'm not gonna say it like pisses me off and I'm like, I'm gonna break the console, but it does annoy me if the D-pad sucks. This is the quintessential crappy D-pad right here. This is an Xbox One controller. I hate this D-pad. It really sucks. I don't know. I'm sure some people were like, oh, I can use this just fine. But personally, this thing, no. Anyway, back to this thing. I was saying, really good D-pad. I like this D-pad. Here you have the 4 face buttons. They work fine. On the back, you have L1, R1 and L2, R2. They work fine. There's not much to say about them. I mean, I don't know. I guess it's a little bit awkward to reach the L2, R2 buttons, but like it's not that bad, at least in my opinion. On the bottom, this is where you connect your Type-C connector. That was a good sentence. This is where you like put in your. This is how you. This is the hole where you put the charger. Right here you have a volume rocker, which is nice. It's not like one of those crappy 2-cent plastic wheels. It's like a actual rocker, which I like. I like that. On the top you got your, I think that's an OTG. This is your AUX, so you can connect some wired headphones. This thing pisses me off. It's a mini HDMI cable, not a normal human being HDMI, a Neanderthal mini HDMI connection, which sucks. I think the fact that this thing has HDMI is really cool. That's great. But the fact that it's HDMI mini sucks so much. I really wanted to like actually use it right now, like the HDMI functionality. I searched like, I'm not kidding, 4 different places. I could not find a single mini HDMI connector or even a converter. So you know why? Because it's a piece of crap, so no one sells it. One thing I will mention about this thing is that you are probably going to want to buy a new SD card for it as soon as you can, because this thing has really crappy SD cards that are very cheap quality. So you're probably going to want to buy like a SanDisk or like a Samsung SD card so you can mess around with it on your computer. Anyway, I think that's the power buttons. Yeah, it's definitely power button. So let's power it on. Let's see how long this thing takes to boot up. Okay, not so bad. There's SNES, there's N64, not much though. We got Game Boy Color, we got Game Boy Advance, Nintendo DS. Ooh, Nintendo DS. Open bore, whatever the fuck that is. Okay, so I decided to use this thing for a few days before I show it off to you, just because I don't want to mumble like an idiot while talking about it. So now that I've been a little more acclimated to it, here's a few, I guess, points I'd like to make. First off, this thing works surprisingly well. You can add your own ROMs. For example, if you go on DS, it doesn't have any of the mainline Pokemon games, so I added this one myself. You can see Pokemon Soul Silver, and you can see that it does work just fine. And this is basically how the DS works. Now, this is not ideal, obviously, because you have an already small screen, and then you want to fit 2 of these screens on there, so you get this thing. You can't really play around with the size of each screen. Like you can't make this one way bigger and this one smaller, but you can make, like, you can do this where you can like make one the dominant screen and then the other one you can access it by doing this, and then you can see what's up. Or you can keep them both at the same time, either positioned horizontally or vertically. And it's not perfect, but I think it works well. I've been playing the Soul Silver and it hasn't been so bad. Now, I feel like other games this is not going to work quite as well, but I feel like for, you know, chill games like Pokemon, I think this is fine. And there's also some games like New Super Mario Bros. That they don't even use the bottom screen for anything important. So yeah, I think overall it does work. But that's it for DS. I don't really have that much else to say. It works. Some games are not going to be able to work well. All this other stuff, Game Gear, Dreamcast works pretty well. You get Sonic Adventure 2, and it does work surprisingly well, and it looks nice too. This is a nice screen, and yeah, I'm into it. And there's really not much to say. It works well too. I feel like there might be some games where like it won't work as well, but this is pretty decent. This is very playable for Sonic Adventure 2. And it's really weird, you know, like it almost feels surreal. Like, how is it working? Why is it working? What is anything? What is life? But at the same time, it's like, yeah. Anyway, you get the idea. It works. Anyway, oh my god. Anyway, you get the idea. It works. So all of that is fine. You know, Dreamcast works. All that stuff works. All this stuff, I'm sure it works just fine. Then we get to some of the weird and more Chinese parts of this device, you know? If we go to something like, let's pick one of these. Sega Genesis, right? It says right here that it has 3,638 games. A 2-second Google search will tell you that there have been only around 900 Genesis games ever released. So what are these 3,000 alleged Genesis games that they have? Or do they have 2,000 exclusives? So you start off, you get some normal stuff. You get Sonic 1, Sonic 2. I don't know what the Haunted House is, but maybe that exists. Flying Bat Zero, I think that's a thing. Sonic 3. Flying Bat Boy. Then you get to some weird stuff, like this thing. Sonic Amy Rose, with the picture being, it's got a Sonic Rush logo and a render of movie Sonic. I don't even know if that's official art. I've never heard of a Sonic Amy Rose video game, so let's just see what this is. Oh, this is not good. I'm pressing everything I can. Nothing happens. It's just a perpetual just purgatory. So yeah, they got a bunch of weird bootleg games on here. I don't even know if that's a bootleg game. That's just a broken Sonic 1 ROM. Tom and Jerry Simpson. I gotta see what that is. Tom and Jerry Simpson. The itchy and scratchy game. That's the Tom and Jerry parody from the show. That's not actually Tom and Jerry. What the hell? Is this a real game? Is this a real game or some weird ROM hack? I really don't know. You jump with the Y button, you hit with B for some reason. The controls have been reversed. This might be the greatest game I ever played. Oh, what happened? Oh, I fell in some lava, but it's fine. Oh, okay, I fell in lava again, but it's okay. Has anyone ever played this? I'm genuinely curious. Is this real? If anyone's ever played this, please let me know. Because, oh my goodness. Yeah, let me just walk into the sign that says danger. Oh, what was that? Is that a gorilla? Was there ever a gorilla in the Itchy and Scratchy show? I don't know. I haven't seen that many episodes of The Simpsons, honestly. I can't do anything. I can't kill him. Oh, that's not a gorilla. That's like a, what is that? That's a dinosaur. That's one of the dinosaurs. I'm sorry, dinosaur fans. I don't know what that is. Oh my god. Okay, you know what? This is a beautiful world. I got other things to see. Angry Birds. No, I gotta see this. They had Angry Birds on Sega Genesis all this time and I didn't know. You gotta use the joystick or the D-pad to like move this cursor around. Is this literally Angry Birds? Oh my god, it's gonna be literally Angry Birds, isn't it? Okay, but your angles are pretty set. Like, it's not like you can pick literally every angle. You got a few set angles that you can pick, but yeah. What? That sucks. No, it's supposed to knock the wood over and fall on his head. It's not supposed to do that. It just broke one of the blocks. This is it. There we go. I'm probably the first person to ever beat that level. Alright, I'm getting out of here. Just because the one that's even more egregious is you go to the Super Nintendo games. One that's more egregious is the Super Nintendo games. 5,665 games. Like what? More than a third of the games on this SD card are SNES games. And how is this? I have no idea. Rockman and Fruity. Who the hell is Fruity? What do you expect with a game title like 46 billion years of stories? 46 billion years of stories? I got time to listen. I don't got 46 billion years, but I'll listen for a little bit. Oh. Yes. There's a lot of weird ones too, like this one, Final Fantasy V Chinese version, which I'm guessing it's literally just Final Fantasy V, but a Chinese translation of it. Yeah, there we go. A deadly weapon. I think it'd be a deadly weapon to have someone play through some of the games on here. That's Lethal Weapon. Lethal Weapon, that's a movie. You can't just call it a deadly weapon. That's not... You ruined the whole movie! You see? Does that say a deadly weapon? No, it says lethal weapon. Just because they're synonymous doesn't mean they're the same thing. I'm not even playing this one. You're not even gonna get the title right? Anyway, they do seem to have normal ones like Chrono Trigger, Street Fighter 2, Street Fighter 5? That straight up says Street Fighter 5. Look at that picture too. This is Street Fighter 5. If I'm not playing Street Fighter 5 when I press this, I'm ending the video. This really is Street Fighter 5. I thought it was just gonna be Street Fighter 2 reskin, but no, evidently someone made some ROM hack of Street Fighter 5 into an SNES game. I guess I'm not ending the video. Yeah! Alright, that's enough of that. The Legend of Zelda. Okay, I gotta see this one too. I guess Zelda was on vacation, so they got Zelda. Is this literally Link to the Past? It is Link to... Why'd they call it Legend of Zelda? Is that what it's called in Japan? Is that what it's called in China? Is there like a reason for that? Or they just literally call it Legend of Zelda to be funny? Spider-Man and Vicious. I think that's supposed to be Spider-Man. Yeah, I think that's supposed to be Spider-Man and Carnage. Why'd they call it that? Why'd they call it Vicious? Is that also his name in like some other country? Like, I'm not trying to... If it is, then fine, but Lightning Superman. What is Lightning Superman? Enlighten me. Enlightening me. I think I've been bamboozled. No, hold on. Oh my god, are you gonna play the entire 20th Century Fox theme? Come on, just open the game already. Oh my god, you pretentious piece of... It's the tick. It's the tick. Now, my question is, what does this have to do with Lightning or Superman? Anyway, I think you get the picture. This thing just has some stuff that's weirdly named. It's got bizarre ROM hacks. But also, one last thing. So for some of the more, I guess, advanced consoles, I get that they would have less ROMs. But if you're gonna have less ROMs, shouldn't they include the more important games? Like, if you go to N64, they got stuff like Ocarina of Time, Star Fox, Doom, Castlevania. I don't think anyone likes that game, but whatever. What the hell is Carnivore? Carnivore's Dinosaur Hunter. No Mario 64, no Banjo-Kazooie, no Conker's Bad Fur Day, no Majora's Mask, but no, plenty of Carnivore's Dinosaur Hunter. And it gets worse as it goes on. Like, if you go to PlayStation 1 has Crash 2 and Crash 3, but not Crash 1. It's got Crash Bash, but not Crash Team Racing. It's got Driver 2 4 times, and then Fighting Force 3 times. What, in case I missed it the first time, you put it 4? Harry Potter and the Chamber of Torture. Marvel vs. Capcom twice. Thank you. Out of all the Mega Man X games on PS1, they picked Mega Man X6, one of the worst things to grace humanity. Thank you. And they put it twice. They think it's so good, they gotta put it twice. This 58 games number is a sham. We had Driver 2, we had Adam Driver 2 4 times, we got Mega Man X6 twice, we got Mortal Kombat 4 twice. Like, definitely the weakest Mortal Kombat on the PS1 too. How are you gonna have Pac-Man World 20th Anniversary on... Oh my god. Silent Hill twice. Spider-Man 2 twice. Suikoden twice. This thing twice. King of Fighters 99 twice. Tomb Raider 1 twice. And Tomb Raider 2 twice. It's just buy one get one free over here. Twisted Metal 2 twice. Yu-Gi-Oh! Forbidden Memories just once. They were running low on ROMs for that one. Finally, PSP. There's so much more they could have added. Like, I would say this. I can't speak today. This is a decent like set of games, but I feel like none of the God of Wars are here. Literally, the poster boy for the PSP is by the way, God of War 3 render of Kratos, but there's not a single God of War game on here. So thanks for that. Oh, excuse me. I gotta buy the 256 gigabyte version to get the God of War game. That's literally on the cover of this thing. I'm not going to do that because these SD cards are made out of sandpaper. Okay, before I end it, let's just take a look at the NES games because I'm sure there's going to be something very nice in here. Street Fighter 16. Street Fighter 12 people. Street Fighter 16. Street Fighter 2 on NES. Street Fighter 5 on NES. Parentheses 10 people. Street Fighter 60 and Street Fighter 111. Let's play. Are you guys playing Street Fighter 5? I'm playing Street Fighter 111 featuring Mario. Oh, I'm in hell. What is this? Okay, I guess I'll play as Mario. Yeah, we're going to China, baby. That's where all the good things happen. Oh, Lord. Oh, God, please tell me let's go. Holy shit, look at Mario go. He's so acrobatic. Why is he like this? He's like, look at his leg. That's so bad. No, but it's killing him. It's beating the crap out of Chun-Li, though, so that's good. Hot Blood College Dodgeball. Hot Blood College Dodgeball. There must be thousands of these, like, weird... I don't even know what... Blood drama, blood hockey, blood basketball. What is this? The Blood League? Hard blood, blood hockey, blood march. what? Like women's march? Blood march? New blood record. Blood story. Hot blood story. Oh, that's for the sickos out there. Hot blood college dodgeball. Bloody college football. Oh my god! Like the players beat the players like beat each other until they're bloody. Blood football league. Yeah, it is the Blood League. I'm telling you. Jackie Chan kicks the pavilion. Did he do that? Lin Zishu bans smoking? I don't know who that is. I don't know if that's like some kind of politician who like banned smoking in China in 1996 and that made everyone angry. So they made an NES game to make fun of him. Oh, there's text and like dialogue and stuff. Oh my god, there's so much dialogue. It's not ending. Okay, there we go. Can I leave? When can I ban smoking? Excuse me, woman, are you smoking? If you do that, we got a public beheading going on. You'll be added to the roster. This is how they did it back then. For unexplained reasons. Oh, they got fish. I don't think another NES game in that time had fish. I don't think they had that technology yet. It's impressive. This music's driving me insane. I swear, just listen to this. Make it stop! Okay, that's about all I can handle from this thing. I'm sorry, everybody. Bottom line, yes, it works. Get your own SD card so you don't have all this weird Chinese crap on it and put like actual real video games. And when you do that, this thing works beautifully. And yeah, that's all I have to say. If you enjoyed, be sure to hit that like, subscribe because I got more stuff on the way. And have a wonderful, lovely evening. And see you, everybody.